Hey, how's everybody doing? Thank you for chiming into House of Truth. All general messages may not resonate, but if you would like a personal soul session, feel free to email me at AZARIATHEINTUITIVE@gmail.com and I'll be happy to assist you with a soul session. Or you can Google House of Truth, leave me a message. I'll get back with you in a 24-hour period. Pray that everybody's okay. Keep safe, staying protected. Vital you keep up on your prayers and or meditations to build your own personal relationship with the Most High. Having faith is the number one key. Look at here. The energies of that is because the full moon is subsiding, right? And the leftover energies of this full, you could be feeling drained, exhausted, frustrated. I was talking to a young man today, and he seems well established. Like, he got his little bank job and he's got, things going on behind the scenes. Like he said, he has a very, can't remember verbatim on how he explained it, but he has a full life, right? Exercises, he's really adamant when it comes to his health and eating healthy. And at the same time, all that he has accomplished, he still feels like as if he isn't doing enough, maybe more that he can do, or, not being in the place that, how can I put it? Like we talked about, he's where he's supposed to be at this point in time, but he feels like he could be further, you know, maybe dealing with distractions and things of this nature, right? So it's like there's some lingering energies of this full moon that is subsiding. That's the best way I can put it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's no longer a full moon, but we're kind of coming out of it. But the energies that are being left behind, right, kind of thick, or they're kind of intense when it comes to the energies. Okay, yeah, that's the vibe that I'm feeling. Okay, so what I want to do is kind of tap in on what to expect after the full moon this that full moon energy is over. It's been crazy. Even dealing with people, the energies have been kind of off. Having to, as my grandmother would say, I had to bite my tongue. I had to bite my tongue. You know what I'm saying? Descending power in reverse. Yeah, it's like fighting to keep your spirits up, fighting to keep your spirits high. The foundations that we have built within ourselves, right? That when it comes to, you got to think about all the chakras alignment. I don't know what goes over the spiritual, the purple chakra, but you know, when it comes to the basis, right? The foundation in which we build ourselves on, right? The foundation on how we want others to see us, how we want to see ourselves, right? Okay, descending power in reverse, but holding on to that power, biting our tongue, biting our tongues, right? Not responding to every little thing that is being said, but instead holding, maintaining some type of control is what I'm seeing. Because you got a lot of yellow and red. Yellow is about that, I think it's the solar plexus energy, and uh, it consists of our, um, like our creative abilities and things of this nature, right? That's for certain. I hate when I like, look here. I'm almost 50 years. I'm gonna use that as an excuse. I'm almost 50 years old. Okay. But I think that's what that is. The solar plexus chakra. I think that is the yellow chakra here. You can fast forward it if you want to. Sorry. Yeah, it's the yellow one. Okay. I have to learn to trust my instincts more. That solar plex is about power, right? Okay. So, like I said, biting the tongue, not making sure that we don't give our power away through arguments and disagreements and fussing and things of this nature, right? Yeah. So it's like descending power in reverse. That's beautiful. So it's like picking and choosing your battles wisely, right? Not responding to everything, because everything doesn't deserve an answer. I was told the other day by a family member, it was like, you ignoring me a lot. And it's not like I'm trying to be rude, but it's like I can tell when there's other shit in the mix trying to get my goat, trying to get me to respond or come out of pocket, trying to get me to descend when it comes to power, right? Because you got some people who seek it. They seek out the power that you have within you to fuel themselves. And they do it by causing disruption, chaos, disturbance, arguments, disagreements, right? There are some people who even get fueled by debates. Like, yeah, mm-mm, no. So it's like doing this um, exciting full moon energy, trying to hold on to one's power. Then you got the root chakra. That's the foundations, and it's like you have restored or rebuild yourself in a way where the foundations of who you are, right? And this foundation of who you are now is strong, it's strengthened, it's grounded. You got some people who come into your energy, whether they claim they love you or not, will try to be a disruption to your foundations and the power that's within you. Okay? You hold on when it comes to these full moon energies that are left behind. I'm telling you, people are acting crazy, dude. Like, what the fuck's wrong with you, man? What's wrong? What's wrong with you, Mike? Why you acting like that, Mike? Coward. I'm telling you. Because of the fact that you are handling your situation in such a way that it is not breaking you down, but building a firmer foundation and securing the power within you is giving you more power. I bullshit you not. Sending power. Right next to that is more power. gaining more power. You got people, you got there's something here when it comes to Archangel. What is that? That's Archangel Metatron, the clear quartz. Some of you guys probably need to be wearing that. Some of you could be wearing it. You could have it around your house, in your at your altars. You could wear it around your neck. You could have it as earrings. That quartz, clear quartz. And it's also a form of protection. Clear quartz. It absorbs negative energy. So, like I said, I don't s- solely put my faith and trust in crystals, but I know that they do absorb, they do assist in some shape, form, or fashion, especially the ones that are natural, not the man-made ones, but the ones that come straight from the earth. And honey, they not cheap, okay? Calling in the energy of this this moon energy, maintaining strength, maintaining your power, making sure you don't give away your power to, too much of your power and your energy to the wrong individuals. I believe in reverse choices and decisions for things to come together. Okay. So it could be blue is about communicating. And then this dark blue is about, that royal blue is about perception, communicating what you perceive. You don't believe communicating what you perceive may help any, right? Your perception, your thoughts, your views. Okay? So you're making the choice and decision not to communicate your perception. You're making the choice and a decision not to communicate your viewpoint. Because I feel like you might be dealing with people who might not get it anyway, right? Yeah. You don't believe communicating your perception will enlighten with that white, will enlighten the people who are around you, or the people that you're having to um, hold back communication with. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Either they don't get it or they don't feel it matters. So what's the point? Like, you're not gonna get me to argue with you, debate with you in regards of certain matters, right? You're not gonna cause my power and my spirit to descend because you make these healthy choices and decisions to stand your ground is going to gain you more power. You know why? The whoever or whatever that you're dealing with is giving their power to you by trying to get you to respond. That's why you're gaining more power. Whoever you dealing with, they trying to argue with you. They trying to get you to respond to certain stuff, trying to get you to come out of pocket to see a reaction, and you maintain this form of stability in communication and how you perceive and keeping things to yourself and not allowing yourself to get uh, drawn in. You're gaining their power. People need to stop it. Stop it because they're not getting they're not getting the energy that they're wanting, right? That they're expecting. And this feeds them, this fuels them in some shape, form, or fashion when you argue, bicker, yeah. But because of the fact that when it comes to your perception and your way of thinking, you keep it quiet, yeah, you're holding, you're preserving your own power. Benefits. Jupiter returns. Things coming together with the number 9, ending of a cycle. What I feel is like you only communicate when it is something that is beneficial. If it's not beneficial and it doesn't stimulate growth, it doesn't stimulate character, what's the point of communicating on it for? For what? Benefits. Are they blue again? Communication, perception, new beginnings with their white, enlightenment, purity. You don't believe communicating how you perceive and how you feel to individuals who are trying to get you to descend in your power is beneficial. Benefits. And you only communicate when it comes to things that are beneficial. Jupiter returns. 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 13. Yeah. These are the energies that are left over of this new moon, of that full moon that we had about a few days ago, almost a week ago. These are energies that are left over. People are trying to get you to respond, come out of pocket, saying little shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? You'll be like, what the fuck? Yeah. Number 13 is sacred sexuality. People could be trying to get you to talk about sex. Like, that's not beneficial to me. Please. Let's talk about something different because that's not beneficial. I'm just saying. 13 is about 4 plus 9 is 13. 13 is about sacred sexuality, endings, beginnings, death, which brings about a transformation. Yeah, somebody could be trying to get you to open up sexually. Like, that's not something that's beneficial to me. I don't want to talk about that. Yeah. Right. So let's talk about something that's beneficial. Because that's not beneficial. Spiritual clarification. Okay. But you're not going to allow your power to descend here. And the foundations and the character in which you have, I hear, recreated for yourself. Divine alchemy. Didn't I just say recreate? Excuse me. When it comes to people who try to get you to communicate to descend your power, you know how to use divine alchemy to communicate, to transmute or transform this energy here to people who are trying to get you to descend. But I really feel like, if it's not beneficial to growth, spiritual growth, evolving, I don't know, the bag, being better, doing better, like, you're not trying to entertain it. You're preserving your power. You have this divine alchemy. Divine is about a higher source, a higher connection, a higher authority of alchemy here. And it's through communication. And you know how to communicate in such a format that maybe uplifts or upbuilds others. Maybe you good when it comes to positive reinforcements and affirmations towards oneself, and maybe positive when it comes to positive reinforcements and affirmations towards others. If it's not something uplifting or something that's encouraging, you don't have nothing to do with it. And because of this, your power, your birthstone could be a diamond. Okay, take it as a resonate. But Archangel Metatron is stepping into the picture here. Okay. I think that's beautiful energy here. Beautiful energy. You have the power. You have the diamond. It could be diamond could be your birthstone. Take it as a resonate. Okay. Your name could be diamond. Take it as a resonate. Owning and taking these types of actions, you are coming into abundance. That's the second house. Harmony, choices and decisions that live in harmony, which is bringing about abundance. Okay. But you are in this state or this energy right now that you, when it comes to what you believe in, and you like, I feel like you're standing your ground or putting your foot down. You could be a Pisces, a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio. Okay, you don't believe when it comes to making choices and decisions to come together or join forces with things that are not beneficial. When it comes to things that are not beneficial to enlightenment, beneficial to new beginnings, growth, like I said. But with the Jupiter return, yeah, you want to communicate on things that are beneficial. Because of this divine alchemy, uh, power of alchemy that you have through communication is bringing about abundance. You could be good at speaking or as a public speaker, take it as a resonate. Oh, it's beautiful. So something you don't believe when it comes to making choices and decisions to align yourself with people who are not doing beneficial things. Once again, we got a lot of blue perception, the vision, Archangel Michael. Okay, mastery, rewards, and success. This is all about perception. You have mastered something here when it comes to how one perceives. And when it comes to people who don't believe in the vision, right? You're on a whole different path, a whole nother journey. You look at things differently. You have an outlook. Okay, you have a different outlook here. Grace from the grand gesture. Your vision is to have a open heart. 5 plus 1 is 6. To live in harmony, to live in love, to live in peace, to live in light. You have an open heart here. Okay, that's beautiful energy. Archangel Raphael and Archangel Michael and Metatron have all stepped in to kind of help you when it comes to directing you and showing you and guiding you when it comes to what to communicate on, when it comes to um, things that cause your spirit to descend. Right? It's like being assisted. You're getting assistance, right? When it comes to this divine alchemy here, making choices and decisions and come together when it comes, 4 or 5. 5 is about challenges, conflicts, okay? Um, when it comes to challenges and conflicts, making the choice and the decision when you do come together or certain topics or certain situations come up, it's like knowing how to transmute that energy through communication. So you don't descend, okay? Got Jupiter returns here. You could be dealing with old relationships, old partnerships, uh, old connections. Take it as a resonate. Okay, yeah, with purification in reverse. People who find benefits within, because they're not spiritually or there could be a lack of spiritual connection here, making choices and decisions that are not in purity is what I'm saying. There's a disconnection when it comes to here, a spiritual disconnection. People who find individuals, this sounds more like maybe karmic behavior. People who find benefits when it comes to taking actions that are impure. Take it as a resonate. Disconnection. The purple is about spiritual connection. In reverse, there's a lack of spiritual connection, or there's a lack of sacredness. Um, Certain people don't see things as being sacred. Yeah, you see it because of your spiritual connection. You see it. You see it. Choices and decisions to have a new beginning when it comes to uh, collaborating or working in harm or collaborating, right? Working along with people who might be doing things who with purification in reverse, right? Purification in reverse, lacking spiritual connection can mean all numerous of things, right? Like I said, you could be walking a different path. You could be on a spiritual journey, having a spiritual awakening where you could be dealing with people um, who have not yet unlocked their DNA or coming to a realization of who they are as an individual, right? You know, on this spiritual journey, we're taught to show up and try to be the best versions of ourselves, right? But you can be dealing with individuals who don't operate out of the same energy as you do, or walking the same path that you do. Spiritual clarification, okay? But you're using your intuition when it comes to dealing with certain individuals here who find benefits in doing things that are unclean, impure. Okay, it is what it is. But it says grace for the grand gesture. You could be giving these individual grace here by not communicating and maybe fully, uh, communicating your thoughts or your perception in regards to certain actions. And maybe that's to keep them from feeling a certain type of way. You get what I'm saying? Because everybody has their lessons to learn. Hey, you do you. That's what you do. And this is what I do. Okay? Point blank. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, don't be trying to cause my power to descend or my spirit to descend through negative communication or impure or unclean communication here. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Okay, we clarify purification in reverse. We clarify purification in reverse. We clarify purification in reverse, Holy Spirit. Purification in reverse. Purification. Say, yeah, wow, I know. You see that there are certain people that you're dealing with are coming across. Could be family members, friends, old partners. You know how these individuals are with the number two and the number three. Three, four comes to five, fluctuation, conflicts, fluctuation, change, right? Uh, you know how these individuals are due to the fact that you have already used your intuition when it comes to maybe encountering them, right? And you see something here in regards of the people that you're dealing with. Purification in reverse kind of reminds me of the devil card. Materialism, sex addictions, drug addictions, codependencies, scarcities, fear, things of this nature, right? And you don't want to engage with individuals who communicate in this manner, okay? Clarify divine alchemy. clarify divine alchemy. You communicate in such a way that it is in a divine sense or a divine manner that changes the atmosphere, changes the energy around you. You know, I feel that you deal with people who, yeah, look at that, return to age. You got people who don't want to have to deal or cope with certain things here with return to age. Saturn, they got a closed heart. They have a closed heart here. Yeah, return to age. Clarify return to age. Return to age. Like dealing with people who don't want to face certain things here. Some says sacrifice. You talking to individuals who don't want to sacrifice here. Endings of cycles. They don't want to sacrifice the things that they desire of the heart that are impure. These are individuals who are not willing to make the same sacrifices that you were willing to make. These can be older individuals. Return to age, Saturn return, Saturn return. These are individuals that are 50 and up, 40 and up, but they're not willing to make the sacrifice to change. So these individuals could be stuck in teenage years. They could be stuck in high school. They could be stuck in college with that Saturn return. Yeah, if you look it up, it says Saturn return comes. I think it said every 50 years or something to that sort. If I'm remembering correctly, and these that means you're dealing with older adults who are not willing to sacrifice things that they love that are impure, and you don't have time to communicate with individuals who are not doing things or communicating in a way that is beneficial. That's been your message. I love you. Please let's take care of ourselves before we take care of each other. That's been your message.